Is the sneaker game officially ruined?
Yes, it is. Trash, dead, over.
It's got to be.
They don't know.
Let the hate
They
flow
don't watch
through
our
you.
shit anyway. Fucking hooters.
Yeah. The shit I do for 10 views.
That's about the... I don't even want to talk about it.
What I'm saying is that, like Gary Vee, the way Gary Vee likes to talk about shit is like, you just got to fucking keep giving, and eventually you'll start getting.
Oh, I know it's a grind.
It's kind of like, yeah, it's just a grind, dog. All right, let's get this shit started. Welcome to Left Hooks are Free, where right hooks are always half off, and today we are both exhausted and probably a little bit delirious, and we're definitely serious.
Now fuck them.
I hope with this mic you can hearing us. That's a terrible
Hearing
line.
us. Fearing us. Searing us on the stove like a steak covered in grapes. Mayonnaise. Pâtés. In a daze. Parlays.
Ooh, let me get this bet. I'm trying to stack a check. About to cut a net.
Copy vet.
Yeah, this is getting out of hand. Ooh, I've always wanted a vet. Happy birthday to Redman, Maynard James Keenan of the band Tool, and Daffy motherfucking Duck, and I ain't care about cussing because I'm finna fucking buck.
Pause? You just said you're gonna fuck a male deer. That seems...
How is that
you
what I
said?
said?
You finna fuck a buck.
No, I said... Oh, maybe did I say
you
that?
said finna fuck a buck. I'll run it back in the editing. Check it out.
Cause I'm finna fucking buck.
All right, Daffy Duck. Daffy Duck, you're like the crackhead version of Donald Duck. Just letting you know, you need to fucking have an intervention.
Wait, wasn't Daffy...
that loony...
Was Daffy black and
Looney
Donald
Tunes.
was white, right? Is this racist?
Yeah.
Can everything
Nah.
be racist now? Can we just make it all racist?
I mean, yesterday I read a story about how milk is racist because indigenous people haven't built up their tolerance to milk, so serving it to young children is kind of racist because you're assuming that all the people can drink milk. So that's, I guess technically everything is racist. Giving people a drink is racist. I can't drink that shit, you racist motherfucker.
I'm lactose intolerant. Does that mean I'm not racist?
Whatever.
Elimination.
I mean, you're kind of a bigot if you're lactose intolerant. Like, you can't even handle lactose's opinions.
No. I can't handle
Motherfucker.
paleness.
Trivia for this episode. Where was the first non-US MLB regular season game played? And I wrote that question like shit.
Where was the non-US regular season MLB game played?
Yeah, the first time they played a game
Outside the U.S.
Outside the U.S. Where was it played?
I'm gonna guess Japan, because they out there loving baseball.
You're wrong, and if y'all said that too, y'all was wrong too. This should be real fucking easy for y'all.
Oh, my
people.
Ichiro Suzuki jersey's in the mail. Shout out.
Oh, did you buy one?
No cap on this podcast.
He don't even got a
I ain't
job.
got a job, bitch.
Sneaker watch. We talked about those Iversons, those answers coming out, and I was thinking that they would be pricey. Motherfuckers are selling those things for like $140.
That's some bull.
I might actually get me a
That's
pair.
some disrespectful shit. I'm about to start hooping in those.
Raging Bull 5s is selling for less than $300. So if you cop those, good, fantastic, great for you. You're not gonna make no money. You're gonna have to hold on to those for like 2 years to make any money. So congratulations.
I'm still getting some.
Jordan 11 lows are actually reselling for more. Jordan 11 lows Legend Blues coming out on April 14th, which is fucking today, yesterday, maybe not. That doesn't make any sense. I wrote the date wrong. So fuck you. Go on StockX if you want to know when it comes out. Go find it.
Saturday.
Let's see here. My question on this is the sneaker game officially ruined?
Yes, it is. Trash, dead, over.
It's got to be.
It depends on.
You heard it here first. If you're copping sneakers for clout, if you do it for clout, you're a piece of shit and you're not even cool anymore.
It depends on like.
It's no longer a way to get clout because everyone can get them. If everyone can get them and they don't sell for a lot of money, then nobody actually cares. And if you're not wearing them because they're cool, if you're not wearing them because you like them and you're trying to like get clout from it, then you're just perpetuating the system that ruins sneakers.
Well, yeah, I look at it this way. It's almost like pay to play, like video games have became. Because like when I walk around, I see these little, young cats rocking heat that I know they couldn't get, so I know they had to resell to buy, and I know they swiped their mommy's fucking credit card. It's like I just don't respect you. Like I have a hard time respecting people in the shoe game because when I look at you, I can kind of tell whether or not you bought them yourself. And if I don't think you bought them yourself, like as a kid, I couldn't buy Jordans growing up. Like my mom wouldn't buy me fucking 12s. You fucking crazy? That shit wasn't flying. So it's. Getting Jordans for me was like a staple. Like I made it somewhere in life. I can cop the heat that I want to have and pay that money for it. But now you can't even fucking get them. So now when I see 17-year-olds walking around, I know daddy bought you those. So I just don't respect you. I don't respect the game.
I'm gonna make a prophecy here on my own end. I'm gonna have a call. Right, you ready for this? It's a sneaker call. In 5 years, within the next 5 years, we're going to transition to sneakers being set up for your outfit again and not being rare or Jordans or anything like that. We're going to go back to dudes rocking crazy colorways on Nike Cortezes, Chuck Taylors, Vans. We're going to go right back to it because people are going to realize that they get no clout. They go to the club and they try to wear the heat. And the bouncer kicks them out because the bouncer don't care about it anymore. That's where we're headed, which is fine with me.
I remember those days where I'd wear an outfit and I'd throw some J's on that do not go with it whatsoever. But the heat was so hot that it's just like, oh yeah, he's supposed to do that. People respect it. Like Yeezys, like Air Yeezy Red Octobers. Those are disgustingly ugly pair of fucking shoes, but if you put those on, no one cares because they're like, oh shit, that dude's got on Red Octobers. Like old boy we seen in San Francisco. He's rocking the Yeezys. His outfit didn't match the Yeezys, but I was like, hey man, shout out, you wearing Yeezys. Before Yeezys were Adidas and trash.
Back then. Big facts.
It's for you. It's for your
big
mama,
facts. Man. The answer to the trivia is, in 1969, the first non-U.S. MLB regular season game was played in Montreal, Canada.
I should have known.
Montreal, Canada.
My friend.
I'm sorry. Screw it. Moment of the week. Moment of the week was the Masters Hideki Matsuyama, which has something to do with a mountain. They always name themselves after something. He won the Masters, first Japanese person. What did you say? What are you laughing at?
I don't know. It took me a second to hit. Where you're like, they always name themselves after something. I'm like, doesn't everyone name themselves after something? Isn't that like the point of naming things?
I know, but like the actual, like my name, I guess technically my last name means like premature gray hair. Technically, but.
I just have a realization real quick. So your last name means premature gray hair. What's your father's first name?
Richard.
What's a shortened version of Richard?
Rick. Rich.
Dick.
Don't
premature gray.
It's upset when you
dick
call him
hair.
that. Don't call him
Left hook's free, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out.
These things.
Sorry, Rich. You know I love you.
Yeah. He doesn't like it when people make fun of his name.
He doesn't like being called Dick.
Apparently, he used to get called Dicko Kano.
Oh yeah, that would piss me off. I get that.
Yeah, or Volcano.
So
I used to always get Christopher Columbus.
So he had name ridicule. All right, well, there's my one dick joke. Sorry, Rich. I've learned now. It's still funny. I'm not editing that out.
I think it's funny still. I wouldn't edit it out. Let him.
I'm
let
on
him
all
have
the
it.
coffee. I'm sorry, Sandy.
It was hard for me to not have Julian Edelman's retirement as the moment of the week, but I'm kind of using that to make a statement. Just because I don't think Julian Edelman is that big of a deal. Yeah, you heard me say it.
Interesting.
I think Julian Edelman was a good wide receiver, but wide receivers it's been notoriously difficult as a wide receiver to make the Hall of Fame throughout history, right? Because Jerry Rice set such a high standard for what is worthy of the Hall of Fame,
Facts.
right?
Yeah.
And Julian Edelman is only close in one category, and that is in the playoffs. But he was also constantly in the playoffs.
Always.
So yeah, it's like, yeah, if you get any touches during the playoffs, those touches count. So I don't know. He had 12 seasons in the NFL, which is a big deal. Being in the NFL for 12 seasons
It's kind of a big deal in its own right.
It's a really big deal. He really never played full seasons. So there's that. He had 620 receptions, 6,800 receiving yards in the regular season, and 36 touchdowns, regular season touchdowns, which, like I said, whatever. Like, I don't think it's deserving of the Hall of Fame. I'm still like an advocate for the Hall of Fame being really hard to get in. I hate like when they just let people in.
We like to see it tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Like it, and I think that it should be about your play, not about the other stuff. That's how I feel about all Hall of Fames.
Outside the field type of shit.
Yeah, like the Pete Rose crap. Dog, Pete Rose is one of the best baseball players of all time. Like, deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's a weird one, right? He got caught gambling. It's like, yeah, he did something wrong, but is like trashing his athletic legacy worth
when
that?
He was a manager, right?
I believe. Was he a manager?
Yeah, I think so. But Barry Bonds deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Anybody that has played baseball or watched baseball heavily knows that Barry Bonds was hitting pitches out that were not in the strike zone.
I mean,
he was reaching out and getting them.
He's juicing, but let's be fair, everybody was juicing. They're all on the fucking roids. Like,
and he hit better than all those people.
He still put bat on ball at the right trajectory, right timing, good fluent swing. It's harder to hit a baseball than you fucking think it is. For all you fucking middle-aged fucks like us that think you can do shit you can't, go to the batting cages, put that bitch on 95 and shut your fucking mouth.
I can't hit a baseball to save my life.
At least you're honest about it, though.
Yeah. Well, it's because I developed a golf swing before a baseball swing.
I did too.
They don't play together.
Too, but I think I let the baseball swing dominate the golf swing over time.
Makes sense. Because I still like throw my weight forward.
Oh yeah.
It looks terrible when I go to swing a baseball bat.
You can't really sit down on a pitch, or especially in off speed if you're not keeping your weight locked back. Shout out to A-Fry. Big French, always had a problem with that. He smacked that shit to the gate, but sometimes a boy fall out the front of the batter's box. You heard me. I said it. I seen it. I was there.
Other big NFL news, Jadeveon Clowney is going to the Cleveland Browns and joining an already a stacked roster.
It's actually...
That roster is...
The roster's on point, and here's the thing. Jadeveon Clowney doesn't seem to have a good aura surrounding him when he goes places, so the Browns finally pulled a Brown move after a couple years of like thinking they could actually be a legitimate NFL team. Now they're back to being the Browns.
He's good, man.
Yeah, he was good.
He's still
What's
good.
he done good lately?
Dude, his presence, man. Like, that's the thing is you can't... With him opposite of... What's the other guy's name on there? That Mr. Smack People with the helmet. Miles Garrett? Yeah. Yeah, opposite of him, that's going to cause problems, just like it did with him and J.J. Watt. It causes
I think there'll
problems.
be more problems had.
Like, they can be, they're
in-
blockable, but that doesn't mean that, like, they're not causing problems.
I think more problems will be had in the locker room than anywhere else.
Yeah, probably
And then
true.
Javian Clowney will be like, I don't want to take this offensive lineman out the way so you can get a sack, so I'm going to half-ass it on this fucking stunt, and that way no one ever gets sacks. Fuck you. Remember, more money, more money. 1 year, he's gone.
Well, he's on a 1 year, $10 million. Well, and the Browns are a toxic organization
yeah.
anyway.
Big Cleveland is a toxic city.
I don't know. Maybe
Other
it'll be
than
fine.
Stipe.
Aaron Donald, I didn't read too much into the story, but apparently he beat the shit out of somebody, and somebody's taking him to court
Pussy.
for it. Apparently he smish.
The words of 21. Pussy, 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 pussy.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of upset I didn't read up more on that. To be honest, that was the plan. For those of you who don't know, this show is not easy to
Bitch,
put
we
on.
tired.
It's actually pretty crazy to, like, I was thinking about that. I was like, man, ESPN does this every day, but they got a whole crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
And, like, Colin Cowherd talks about the same topic over and over again for 3 hours. Like, I watched his shit, and he's like, Julian Edelman deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Julian Edelman, Bill Belichick, Julian Edelman, Tom Brady. Just constant.
I feel like, too, they go so deep that they're kind of just swirling around that topic so much that more ideas are hitting. We're colliding. Electrons.
And Joy Taylor looking real busted, by the way.
Ooh, what makes you say that?
She's not looking good
What's
these
happening?
days.
She was looking.
She getting too hype. She getting too hype on that makeup.
She's going hard in the paint, huh?
All hard with the paint.
I was about to say, because there wasn't nothing wrong with Joy Taylor, I thought. But you saying she's caking it on, huh?
Yup. She got the short, like, she got the short hair, like, poof thing going
like
down
that,
now.
though. I'm cool
And,
with
like, full on, whatever you say, dog. Maybe go take
Maybe
a
I
look.
should.
Hop on the
Fuck it, I'm pulling
FS1.
it right now. Let me pull her up. Joy Taylor.
Whatever.
I feel like we don't do
fine.
enough live interaction here on the interwebs with our nonsense. Joy Allison Taylor. She's
Okay.
only 34. Oh, I thought she was like in her 40s. That's rude.
Whatever.
Oh, she's
I do that to people
getting a
all the
little
time.
heavy with this makeup.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of these and it's like, yeah, you look all right, and then other ones it's like, you went too far. You went too far.
Yeah. Oh, she's starting to look like she belonged in a circus. You know? You got that clown makeup on. Speaking of the circus is a big deal in this town, apparently.
Really?
Apparently, like, people under 18, like, it's only people under 18 that can be in the circus that they put on, like, every year here in Peru, Indiana, which is known for the
This
circus.
sounds like child labor law infringements.
Dude, it was like, I don't know a whole lot about it, but the girl at the hospital, shout out to jujitsus for fucking up my foot. I thought it might have been broken. It's like actually pretty bruised up.
This sounds like a severe sprain, my friend.
Is there? Yeah, the circus is like a big deal for some reason. I don't know. I kind of want to check it out. Apparently, they used to like house the animals here for like Ringling Brothers or whatever. Or
Oh, did y'all have the tiger that bit old boy? That'd be dope.
I don't-
A celebrity.
I have no idea, but like the lady was somewhat taking pride in that, and I was like, "Dog,
This is all you
like,
got,
I
huh?"
don't support the animals being put in environments that are not their own." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like,
Like I kind of like animals to be where they're at. Like go on an African safari, you want to go see them.
as long as it's like, one of those ones that's been checked through, sanctionized, however the fuck they do it, humane. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of like animals in captivity unless like you got like a reason. Like you ever see those animals that their mothers died or whatever and they never learned how to be? That makes sense. Like you can't
Yeah.
survive. It's kind of like how I look at Putin Bodhi. Bodhi never knew his mother, never knew his family. He doesn't know how to be a dog, so he's just an angry person.
But they're domestic. Like, I'm okay with pets as far as domestic or really stupid animals. That's the other thing. Like lizards, dog. Lizards have no clue where you've put them. Lizards are basically
They're
plants.
not really high cognitive functioning type of animals here.
No, like you put a lizard in a cage and he's like, "Have I ever seen this before? Have I ever seen this before?" It's like, dude, it's only like 2 foot.
Oh,
Like it's just a 2 foot little thing. Like, have I ever been here before? And they just keep like trying to
I
figure
got
it
a
out.
Papa Glide mind blower for you right now. Are you ready?
What's up? Go
All
ahead.
right. What animal has less electronic? Well, here's the correlation. They're basing cognitive function based off of what you would be perceived brain activity or overall cellular activity, like electronic activity, right?
Mollusks.
Motherfucker. Fuck you.
Dog, I'm deep down these rabbit holes.
Mollusks, yes. Mollusks have less brain activity than...
Hard to get stumped.
If you are a vegetarian, you can eat mollusks because they have less activity than plants. It's actually more inhumane to eat plants than mollusks.